Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a village planning board meeting, a special meeting. It is December 2025, and it's 6:01 PM. Call the meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is a public hearing regarding site plan review for the Sherman House Hotel and Spa. And I'll have the village clerk read the legal notice, please.
Notice is hereby given that the public hearing of the village planning board will be held on Monday, December 1st, 2025 at 6 PM at Town Hall, 31 North Main Street, Homer, New York, regarding the site plan review of the proposed Sherman House Hotel and Spa, tax map number 66.75-01-28.000, 66.75-01-29.000, and 66.75-01-33.000 by DM3 of Portland LLC pursuant to the Village Code Article 2, Section 228-15.
Okay, we'll hear comments from the public. Anybody have any comments regarding the site plan? Mr. Sweeney.
Well, as the village historian, it's my responsibility to be apprised of such things that may have impact on the historic district. So I've tried with best of my minimum vision and understanding of architecture to go through the plans already this evening. I guess I got a few questions. This proposal, is it it's been approved by the state as part of the DRI?
Well, I can tell you this, the project itself has been approved by the state. We still have to, we're meeting with SHPO tomorrow. So we have to get their approval. The county has approved of it. And at this point, the state is well aware of our plans. Economic development is the one, and one aspect is funding this. And the DRI was well aware that of what we were doing. We showed them plans and that when they awarded the money, they are aware of what we were doing.
So I guess my question comes down to the use of the vernacular. Is this a done deal?
Well, I hope so.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm gonna ask some other questions, I guess. You don't mind?
No.
It was many moons ago that Dan McNeil and I had walked around the property. And obviously he was concerned about getting the hotel connected to spa. Two distinctly different architecturally and historically structures. So I was concerned about how that connection was going to take place. And we talked about all kinds of things, including a underground railroad, which I thought was cute. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I had suggested to him that if we must connect it, and at that time I didn't realize it was going to be 2 stories or more. If we must connect it, is it possible that he could create like a fake carriage house? And that at least that would be the appearance from the road. And part of the courtyard, I guess. And that where the 2 buildings would be connected, that there would be trees and foliage or whatever to basically not show that it's connected. It would have this fake appearance of being 3 different buildings. Okay, and let me think further. Now, looking at the plans, I understand by not having a second story in the connection, you lose all of that space for rooms. Right, there's like 30 something or whatever rooms as it is, and you lose quite a few if you remove that one. I guess I'm concerned about what the impact would be, curb appeal or whatever, if you've got that second story there.
It's actually 3 stories.
Yeah, I know, I was afraid you were gonna say that.
It was 4 at one point.
No, you can't, right?
And then because of concern that you're expressing
Yeah.
now, we eliminated 1 floor.
I don't think we have any buildings in the village that are higher than.
This
Or
is
more.
about the same height as the Exchange building and the other buildings further down towards the center of town.
It won't be any higher.
No, it
We
won't
made
be
sure
any
of that.
higher.
So with the landscape architecture that's proposed, and of course that always can be changed, I suspect, as you go forward, nothing's carved in granite.
Getting close.
I know. I guess I'm concerned about what people see. They're traveling by car and on foot. How much of that courtyard is camouflaged by landscape architecture? No, I've seen it, yeah,
Renderings, so there will be,
it's pretty high.
yes, it is. But we've eliminated the roof in the middle area there that would be seen.
Mhm.
And then there will be mechanical units up there, but we've looked at the perspective from across the street. And you would not see, but just a little bit of the top of the mechanical units. A 6 foot person, the sight line is cut off.
And mature trees would be planted.
Well, this tree is existing.
Mhm.
And yes, we will be adding trees in the front.
Okay.
And then with some of the other sketches that were done. This one in particular. This, it's rendered improperly, but that is the Sherman House. So coming out of the Sherman House and walking that curved path, you see there's vegetation falling. And this is the courtyard itself. This is the Sherman House. There will be some trellis work along the south side of the Sherman House.
And Main Street is
Out
right there.
out here. Again, this was rendered incorrectly and that there aren't office buildings or industrial buildings on the other side of the street. And then coming out of the Sherman House, there's a veranda. So Main Street is out there. This is 9 Main over here. And there'll be some trellis work there as well as the trellis work on the south side of the Sherman House. That's all. I can point that out on the plan.
Thank you. Very good. That's fine. Okay, I guess my other question would be. What kind of signage would be proposed?
Oh, we haven't gotten into the signage yet, but
I'm afraid of that.
yeah,
Well, I think too, with the county approval, any signage, we have to come back here,
yes,
to, get approval for any signage.
and it would be very discreet, tasteful. I mean, we're not.
In keeping with the historical ambience.
Already been working with some
No
sign.
LED.
No, we've already been working with some sign consultants.
Maybe a little on that.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, but I think,
Like my
no, that's a good
son.
point, Martin, but it is.
Pull my leg.
We've already been talking with some sign consultants. And that is a condition that was contained, one of the few conditions that was contained in the county recommendation for approval. That if there's any signs, that there's gonna be, that we have to come back here to get approval.
What have I missed from the historical point of view?
I have a question.
Okay,
Material selections? Or
we're,
these, are the renderings mostly just massing?
they're just mixing.
Okay,
Sherman House will remain Sherman House as it is. 9 Main will remain the white blackboard house as it is now. And then the addition that was put on the Sherman House in the back with all the gingerbread and the Victorian kind of, detailing. That is honestly not worth saving. That's coming down. But we will keep the same theme, although it'll be more of a federalist style won't have all the gingerbread on it. But that canopy that comes off of this original building, that will still become a canopy that comes out over the porte cochere. So the main entrance to the hotel will be basically where that gingerbread canopy is now. But again, it will be more in the Federalist style, so we're not gonna try to bring Queen Victorian and attach it to the federal style building. And then, so the main entrance is here. This is the 3-story section of the hotel. And that will be primarily wood clapboard. Much of the courtyard will have stone walls and granite paving. So the foundation around this portion of the building will come up to windowsill height with granite foundation, block or stone. And then from there on up, it will be wood siding. I'm thinking in terms of a darker color, a charcoal, something that would look more, I think, appealing than just bright white across there. And then 9 Main again, the back addition, the kitchen, that's pretty rough. And we're taking that down and we'll make a new link to the Sherman House.
Any other questions,
No.
Joanne?
No,
In terms of the landscape architecture, will they be using native plants
Oh, I'm sure they
that
will.
will
Yeah,
endure and survive?
no palm trees.
Shucks, that could be interesting.
Well, I worked on a school years and years ago in Canandaigua. And they put a petrified palm tree in
Oh,
the
cool.
courtyard of the school.
You're kidding me.
No, it wasn't my choice.
If that's what I've got for questions, I appreciate you being here and being able to hear me and the concerns I have to represent.
Anyone else have anything to say?
Answer them all for you.
Well, for now,
Okay, well, you know how to get hold of me.
I certainly do. I guess I maybe thought I was gonna be part of the process more than before we got to this point. That's all right.
Well,
That's okay. And I know that Dan had asked for a description for like a plaque to give the history of the Sherman House, which is now the Exchange Restaurant, and I don't see that up. I've had waitresses say to me, "You're the historian? Tell me this." I said, "Wait a minute, ask your boss. He should have a plaque put up that takes care of that. You shouldn't have to be giving the history of this."
I was talking, did you talk to Dan about that?
Not since.
Huh?
Not since that happened. I mean, I've talked to, I thought I sent a message to you or something like that, but that's beside the point. That's not for this public forum.
Yeah.
That's his problem. If he doesn't want to use my stuff, that's fine. But I have to be here tonight to see that things are done correctly.
Anyone else have anything, any comments? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
the motion goes for public.
Jessica. Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
I,
Okay. Public hearing is closed.
Right now.
We have one other item on the agenda, site plan review for change of use, which was
Oh, where's that?
originally or scheduled for November 20th.
Way?
We still have not received the review from county planning. It's in the process, but we haven't gotten it. And therefore I would entertain a motion to table this until the 18th of December, give approval of the applicant. Jessica. Okay, second,
Ashley's on the thing too, but I guess she's. Yes, I second. So the sub shop is now the 18th. Yes, okay.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, just a couple other things, for those who have not done the 4 hours of training.
Yeah,
Should-
you're cutting out.
But you should have gotten an email.
Would it have come from you or Dan?
It would have come from New York Planning Federation, I believe. And if you don't have it, I'll resend it. And there are 6 different options. You can contact Planning Federation. Give them your information, and out of those 6 options. You can choose what you want there. Each one has 4 topics that will give you the 4 hours of qualification. You do it online. I'm not sure if you can split it up, but I think you can.
Yeah, you can. And it was this is, cause I didn't receive anything, but I did like 6 hours.
You did for this year?
And for this year, yeah, mine was done.
Okay, so then you're okay.
Okay, so that's probably why I did it.
Alright.
I don't have an email.
Okay, all right, I'll do with that. And next meeting is December 18th. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
But we're not discussing this whole thing that I thought this.
Oh, that's
that
the
you
point.
wanted-
That's the 18th,
Okay.
because Mike can't be here tonight. And he needed kind of your absorb.
That's why I was shocked, but, okay,
Yes, are you gonna move to adjourn?
I will move to adjourn.